Kindly subscribe to the channel Cat 2. I am by Manoj Mahajan. We are looking at XAT 2026 Quant Easy Solution Part 4. So this is the last part in the series. Already we have uploaded 3 parts. We have covered 14 questions. We'll cover up the remaining 5 questions of the Quant XAT 2026. Do watch the complete video. Do comment and share with these aspirants. You can look forward to join the Cat 2 IM information group so that you can receive the free material, latest information and motivational stuff. You can also look forward to join Cat 2 IM discussion group so that you can post your doubts. We would love to answer. Secondly, we would love to guide you, help you for the B school entrance preparation also. And whatever queries you have related to the B school stuff, we can look forward to guide you. Now, this is question 15 out here. So if you read this, what is given is there are different types of fruits. Blueberry, if I look, which I'm denoting with letter B. Kiwis, I'm saying K. And peaches is P. And then you have a mango also over here in the problem. So let me put it over here like this. Quantity, if I see, which is given to us for the blueberry, on the first day he buys 9. This is 22. This is 50. So we do not have the mango quantity if you read the problem out here. Now, amount value is also not given to us, but we'll assume some value in a while as per the problem. So the amount given over here is same. And for the mango, they're saying is 15 less than any of the previous 3 days. So A minus 15 we have, right? So if I wanted to calculate the per kg price, what I could have done is amount whatever you have spent divided by the quantity. So that I could have done over here. So let me write again. So amount divided by quantity. So this is given for one of the fruit, that is mango. This is what 35 given to us. So if we know the amount A minus 15 for the mangoes as per the problem. So if I divide this by 35, A minus 15 by 35, I would get the quantity, right? So let's look at the question and then accordingly we can assume the value of A. So he's selling the mangoes at 50 per kg. So he bought for 35, selling at 50. So per kg there is a profit of 15, correct? Now what is the minimum possible profit they are saying on the 4th day? So 15 is per kg profit into whatever quantity I do get for the mangoes that I have to multiply over here, right? So if I wanted to minimize this profit, right? In that case, we should look forward to minimize the quantity, right? So the quantity of mango is what A minus 15 divided by 35. So of course, if we can minimize A, the amount which has been spent on each of the days for blueberry, kiwis and peaches, if we can minimize that, in that case, we'll be able to minimize the quantity of mangoes also. And remember the per kg purchase price they said for each fruit is an integer, right? So of course, the amount divided by quantity over here should be integer, integer, integer. So we should take the amount as least also as per the problem. And we want the integer, so it should be the LCM of, because we're going to divide by 9, 22 and 50. So we should calculate the LCM of 9, 22 and 50. So that was your first step over here to do the calculation. So the LCM, if you calculate, will come out to be 4950. So once you get this, we can get the minimum quantity also now. So let's look at this stuff over here. So this we have to calculate for sure. So there's a calculator also given. If you want, you can use it, or maybe you can divide this number by 35. So this will give me 141. So the answer is 15 into 141, which will come out to be nothing but 211.5. And remember that the unit digit would definitely be 5. So this option could have been ruled out if you look the multiplication of 15 into 141. Just one of the thought process I've given him out here, that with unit digit also we can look forward to eliminate some of the choices. But anyhow, we had A, B, and E with unit digit as 5. So this calculation, if we do, will come out to be option B out here. So let's go to the next problem out here. So as I told you in the XAT 2026, heavily dominated with geometry. So over here, if I say you have gate 1 and gate 2, the first path from gate 1 was 80-meter towards east. So you have to remember the directions also. So let's say this is gate 1 I have, 80 towards east. Then 80 towards what? South I have. And towards west, if I look, that was 20. So you have to draw the figure for sure. And this is, you can say, if I took as gate 1 over here, this would be what? Gate 2 as per the problem. So this was one of the path, right? To reach from gate 1 to gate 2. Now they're saying that the second path is a semicircle containing connecting the two gates, where the diameter of the semicircle is a straight line distance between the two gates. Okay, so that's what they are trying to say, that if I join this would be the other route, right? So a person walking at a constant speed of 5 kilometer per hour. Again, the speed, if I look, is in kilometer per hour, and the answer is in minutes out here. So we have to look at the units also, right? So let's see how we can do it. So enters the path through gate 1, walks along the first path, okay, to reach gate 2, and then takes the second path to come back. So basically what they're trying to say is, uh, if I use the arrows, this is the path if I see. So from gate 1 again back to gate 1 using the first path and then the second path, right? So let's see how we could have answered. So again, the option says which of the following the closest, right? So maybe you don't get the exact answer also. So let's calculate the distance. So 80 plus 80 is what? 160 plus 20 is what? 180. Now we have to calculate the circumference of the semicircle. So that would be pi r. And pi we could have looked forward over here, not given, but we could assume 22 by 7 into r. So r we have to, of course, figure out. So you could have done this with the basic right angle concept. Let's say if I draw this line perpendicular, right? So if this entire is 80, this is 20, so this would be 60. And if this is 80, this will also be 80. So you can use the triplet out here again, 3, 4, 5, or maybe use a Pythagoras 60 square plus 80 square and do under root of it. But you can figure out easily 3 into 20 is 60, 4 into 20 is 80, 5 into 20 is 100. So this part would be 100. So diameter is 100. Remember, radius would be half of that, right? So this would be the calculation we have to do out here, right? So once we got this uh, distance, right? So this distance, if I look over here, you have to divide by what? 5 is the speed, my lucky number, 5 kilometer per hour, they're saying. So 5 convert into meter per second, 5 by 18 I have to multiply. So this would be the answer. If I calculate in terms of seconds, you need to convert into minutes also. So a tough one actually, if I look in terms of time as well. So you can use the calculator to do this calculation. This will come out to be 242.74 around in terms of seconds, right? So the answer is in minutes out here and seconds also being used. So I can say closest if I see. So 240 seconds would be 4 minutes, right? So I can say the closest would have been option D out here. So yeah, it was a tough calculation also, but they have provided the calculator, so you can look forward to use it, right? So let's move to the next problem out here. So we'll cover up the entire quant solutions and make sure that you share with the XAT aspirants so they can check their answers also. And you also comment in the comment box whether the answers you're getting the same what we are discussing out here. So they've given in this again a geometry problem out here. So it's basically a cuboid if I see, and the first tank, right? The length, width, height is m meters each. So the volume would become m multiplied with m multiplied with m. I'm using LBH, so m cube, right? Now if I look out over here, uh, the other tanks, if I see the uh, second tank, right? So it is length, width, height is what n meters out here. So that volume would be n cube, right? And for the third one, you have m multiplied with n multiplied with 1. So this is what we have, right? So they're saying that initially the first tank is full of water, right? While the second and third are empty. So from the first, right, the second and the third tanks are completely filled with water. And after that also, so it appears to me something like this. M cube, if I do the difference of these volume, right? So M cube is for the first one and the sum of N cube plus Mn for the second and third. So this difference, I guess they are trying to say it is nothing but 85,000 liters. Now remember that units again they have tested out here. So both M and N are positive integers. What is the value of M they are asking? And 1 meter cube they have given as 1,000 liters out here. So 85,000 liters would be nothing but 85 meter cube. And of course, this volume we are going to get in meter cube only. So we are not going to equate to 85,000, it would be 85. So some of the students must have tried doing it by equating with 85,000. So that will not be the right stuff. So can you put like this? If I say ultimately M cube is what? 85 plus n cube plus m into n. So I did with a hit and trial and I just got one solution. If you are getting other solutions, do let us know. So you could look at the choices out here, right? Rather than looking at random values you try. So we have what 6, 5, 7, 10. So when I tried with 7 out here, so of course it will take some time that you have to give hit and trial out here. That the equation left hand side and right hand side is same in terms of value. So I looked at this C if I look over here. So 7 cube, right? What is that? 343, correct? So this is 85 and this would be what 7n. So again, we have to look to get closer to 343. So if you put n as 6 out here, so 343, 85. So that's a purely hit and trial, right? So it was a bit time taking because you have to do the hit and trial. So this would be what? 42. So let's add this 216, 42, and 85. Is it 343? If yes, then we can look forward to get the answer out here. So let's do the addition. So 3 over here, 1 carry forward out here. 8 plus 4, 12, 13, 14. So 1 again, if I look over here, carry forward. So 343. So yes, if we do a hit and trial, this is one of the values which we can look forward for M over here. So 7 was the answer to the problem, right? So you comment your answer also in the chat box, what you're getting actually. So let's move to the last two questions over here. So heavily dominated with geometry, right? Hannah? So I keep telling to the students, please don't leave any module So those who have given that would have realized, yes, geometry plays a vital role. So whenever you're targeting CAT, uh, XAT, and MAT, SNAP, these major exams, make sure that you do each and every module, right? So the preparation should be solid when you prepare for the entrance exam like these. So over here again, it's a slightly difficult one over here. So let's see how we're going to do it. So there is a triangular plot, they are saying. So hardcore geometry they are using actually. So let me name this triangle as A, B, C. Two of its sides is given which are perpendicular to each other. So I'm just assuming one of them to be 90 and the other is 60. So of course we can calculate the area of this right angle triangle by using half base into height. Now there is a housing complex in the in a rectangular region within the plot, right? So area of the rectangular region is 4 by 9 of the area of the triangular plot, right? So whatever the rectangular area is there, that is 4 by 9 of the area of the triangular plot. Remember that. Additionally, the two sides of the rectangular region lie on the two perpendicular sides of the triangle. So again, the figure you have to draw, right? So it was a bit tough one if I see. So you have something like this they are trying to say. So A, B, C, let's say this point is D, E, F I have, right? So this is the figure which we have over here. Okay, I hope I've drawn it correctly out here. So the members of the housing complex want to construct a wall along the perimeter, right? And the cost they're saying is 5,000 per uh, meter, right? So just probably like, see, I'm just thinking on this line that if the perimeter comes out to be integer, right? So generally in such kind of paper, you do get most of the time stuffs as integer. So 5,000 you would be multiplying with the perimeter, right? And assuming that if the perimeter is integer, in that case, the number should be divisible by 5, right? Or even I would say 5,000. High likely chances there that the answer should be C for calculator, right? Just having a look of the options, I keep telling to the students also that please have a look of the choices as well. So the assumption is only that the perimeter comes out to be an integer, right? So I'm not asking you to go for flukes, right? Not at all, but just giving an idea of the options also that highly likely the answer should be option C because it's a multiple of 5,000 and assuming that the perimeter is coming out to be integer, right? Okay, anyhow, we'll calculate that for minimum cost, what we can look forward to do. So it was, if I look, let's understand that, let's say this is 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Let's say this angle is theta. So 90 theta, this would be what? 90 minus theta, correct? Sum of the angles of triangle is 180, right? So 90 theta, this would be what? 90 minus theta. This will be what? Theta. So we can just look at that. Either I pick up the triangle ABC or maybe AFP or maybe EDC. All if you look, the angles are coming out to be same. So you can use the similarity concept double A or triple A concept out here. So what we can say is that AB and BC are in the ratio 2:3, right? So I can look forward that if this is, let's say, 2A, right? So this should be 3A. So over here also, if I look AF and FE will also be in the same ratio, right? So that is 2:3 what we have over here. Okay. So this is a rectangle. What we have over here is FEDP. So if AF we have assumed as 2A, this should be what? A tough one, right? 60 minus 2A, right? So I can look forward to get the perimeter out here. So let's add 3a, 2 times we are going to do, correct? And 2 times we are going to do 60 minus 2a also, right? So this gives me what if I calculate 2 into 60 is what 120, correct? Plus what if I have 6a and minus 4a, so this gives me what 2a. So we just need to calculate the minimum perimeter we should have. So for that, a should be minimum. And why we are doing so? Because we have to get the minimum possible cost. And this would be multiplied with what? Over here with 5,000. So I was just saying that highly likely chance the answer would be C, a multiple of 5,000 over here. So let's see further what we could have thought of. So how to get this A now? Because we know the area of the rectangular region is what? Let's calculate that with the help of length into breadth. So what do I get is 3A multiplied with what? 60 minus 2A. So it was a bit tough one, right, for sure. So this is the area of the rectangular region, which is what 4 by 9 of what the area of the triangular plot. So half base into height we could have done, right? So half into 60 into 90 out here. So what do I get is this what 10? This is what 30. So you can see the calculation out here. So this is what 1200 we have, right? And this is what 3A into 60 minus 2A. So ultimately you can write as A into 60 minus 2A as what? 400. So the answer is fixed, right? And probably we have to focus on the minimum value of A, correct? So a bit of hit and trial we could do to figure out the value of A, but uh, it's a quadratic, so maybe there are two solutions out there feasible, and we have to pick up the minimum value of A uh, from that two solutions out there, right? So what we could have done is further, let's say if I write this quadratic as what 60A minus 2A square is equal to what? 400. So ultimately I could do 2A square minus 60A plus 400, right, is equal to 0. So if I ruled out 2 from here, so A square minus 30A plus 100, right? So I could have done like this. And this could be factorized as what A minus 10 into A minus 20. Yes, we could do it like this. So the two solutions as we thought of. So either it is 10 or 20. Of course, we have to pick up the minimum value of A. So we're going to pick 10 over here. So in that case, this comes out to be what 120 plus 2 into 10, that is 140. So perimeter is coming out to be integer. Already I said the high likely chances option C, which is also coming out actually. So when you do this with 5,000, what do you get is 70 over here, and then you have 4 more zeros out here. So that is your option C, the correct answer. So do follow us on the channel Cat2 I'm by Manoj Mahajan so that you don't miss out the important videos and the information, right? So this is what the answer. Now, one more last question of the series out here. We'll discuss that. And do subscribe because we'll be coming with free personal interview videos also, and it would be really beneficial for your PI preparation also. So do pass on the uh, video with these aspirants and make sure that do share the channel also Cat2 and so that people are aware of and they can benefit from the channel. Okay, so last question, if I look, so we are discussing the 19th one. So there were three DI sets were there. This was a super tough problem if I see in the XAT paper. So if you have solved this, please comment your answer and then you can look forward to have the uh, solution also and the answer also. So a lot of students would must have, if attempted, would have done it wrong, or maybe they have would have left altogether, right? So what is given to us is diligent. We have 10% out here, 30% for the lazy, and 60% for the confused. So this is what we have, right? Okay. Now, what is given is a diligent candidate is 10 times more likely to clear the admission test compared to a lazy candidate, right? So let's do one thing out here. We can assume, let's say the probability to clear the admission test of a lazy student is, let's say, P1. So remember, the probability would lie in the range 0 to 1, both inclusive. So can I say if this is P1, as per the problem, this would be 10 times P1, right? And let's assume this as P2. So what I'm understanding from the problem is you need to get this value of P2 max. So it was super tough problem, I feel, in the entire QADA section of the XAT 2026. So let's see how we are going to do it. So using the total probability theorem out here, so this is what we have to figure out, right? So can we look forward 10 P1 and 10% you have? So if I do zero point 0.1 into 10 P1, right? This will be what, 0.3 P1. Let me add also, and this would be what, 0.6 P2, right? So now what we can do further is, as per the problem, 40% of the candidates clearing the admission test are confused, right? So this is what I think. So it was given to us, zero point 0.6 P2 divided by this. So just comment your answer what you got for this problem. If you have done, most likely this should have been left out in the XAT paper 8. So it was a super tough question on the probability. So this should be what, 40%. If you look over here, that is nothing but 2 by 5. I can look forward, right? So let's cross multiply out here. So what do I get is 3P2 is equal to what? This would be what? Uh, zero point 0.1 into 10 would be 1 itself, correct? So P1 plus zero point 0.3 P1 I have is what, 1.3 multiplied by 2 should give me 2.6 P1, and this would give me what, 1.2 P2. So 1.8 P2 is equal to what, 2.6 P1. So ultimately my P2 is what, if I do the calculation, so this is what, 13 by 9 P1. Okay. So we have to maximize this P2. So we have to maximize P1 also, right? What I understand. So P1 was the probability for the lazy candidate. So 10 P1 was for the diligent, right? And you remember the probability has to be in the range 0 to 1, both inclusive. So maximum value of 10 P1, which I can thought over here, because in that case, P1 would be maximum. So my P1 should be 1 by 10 in that case. So if I put the maximum over here, so 13 by 9 into 1 by 10. So this is giving me 13 by 90, which is your option A out here. So I found this a really tough one. So if you have done it and you got the same answer, 13 by 90, maybe doing in the similar way, do let us know, comment in the comment box. And make sure that you join the CAT2 IM information group as well as the discussion group. Do share the video with these aspirants. Make sure that you do comment also. And make sure that you share the channel also, CAT2 IM, with the other aspirants. We are also coming up with free personal interview videos on the channel, which would surely help you to convert the PI of the top B school, right? So make sure that uh, you follow us regularly for the videos over here on the channel. Thank you so much.